You've been doing the mewing, the face yoga, the jaw exerciser off the internet, maybe the cold water face dunks, and your face looks exactly the same. Here's the honest reason, and it's going to save you a lot of wasted effort. You cannot burn fat off one specific body part on purpose. Not your face, not your belly, not your arms. The exercises aren't the fix, but there is a real answer for a puffier than you'd like face, and about half of it isn't even fat. The myth of spot reduction. The idea that working a body part burns the fat sitting on top of it is called spot reduction. It's the engine behind millions of ab crunch videos, thigh blaster programs, and now face fat exercises. And it's one of the most tested claims in exercise science because it's so profitable to sell. So what did the research actually find? The studies that killed the theory of spot reduction. Back in 1983, researchers had people follow a structured sit-up program and measured the fat cells on their bellies versus their backs and buttocks. The sit-ups did not shrink belly fat cells more than fat elsewhere. In 2011, a 27-day abdominal exercise study found the same thing. A dedicated ab program produced no more belly fat loss than doing nothing when calories were matched. And the cleverest one, in 2013, participants trained one leg with high rep presses and left the other untrained. If spot reduction were real, the worked leg should have leaned out. It didn't. The trained leg lost no more fat than the lazy one. More recently, a 12-week randomized trial from the University of Sydney found no extra belly fat loss from adding an abdominal resistance program on top of diet versus diet alone. Different decades, different labs, same verdict. Where fat loss actually comes from. Here's the biology the ab gadget ads skip. Your muscles can't reach into the fat sitting directly on top of them and burn it. When you're in an energy deficit, your body releases fat through a process called lipolysis. It breaks stored fat into free fatty acids that travel through your bloodstream to wherever energy is needed. The fat you burn on a jog comes from all over your body, not just your legs. So fat leaves in a pattern your genes and hormones decide, not the muscle you happen to work. Now the useful part, because a puffy face often isn't just fat. 4 things change how your face looks, and only one is body fat. 1. Overall body fat. Faces are usually one of the first places people notice change when they lose fat overall, because facial skin is thin. But you get there by lowering total body fat, not by targeting the face. 2. Water and sodium. A high salt day or a big carb meal pulls water under the skin and puffs the face, especially overnight. This can shift in a day or two. It's not fat. 3. Alcohol. It's dehydrating and inflammatory. Heavy drinkers often carry noticeable facial puffiness that eases when they cut back. 4. Sleep and cortisol. Poor sleep raises cortisol and promotes fluid retention and a puffier look. Harvard notes adults who sleep 5 hours or less accumulate more visceral fat over time too. What genetics and age get to decide? Some of your face shape is simply bone structure and where your genes park fat, and you can't crunch that away any more than you can choose your shoe size. As we age, we also lose facial fat and collagen in some areas, which changes the look independently of weight. That's not a problem to fix with a jaw gadget. Naming it honestly is part of the point of this channel. Some of what people are sold face fat solutions for isn't fat and isn't fixable by exercise at all. So what actually works? If a leaner face is the goal, the honest levers are the boring whole body ones that can be split into 5 steps. Step 1. A modest, sustainable calorie deficit, the same driver behind all fat loss. We did the realistic rate maths in our How Much Can You Lose in a Month video. Step 2. Lower your sodium intake and drink enough water. This is what tackles the puffiness half-fast. Step 3. Cut back on alcohol. Step 4. Sleep properly. Step 5. resistance training, and protein to hold on to muscle while you lose fat, covered in our fat loss versus weight loss video. Notice what's not on the list: face exercises, jaw gadgets, mewing. There's no good evidence any of them reduce facial fat. At most, chewing devices grow the masseter muscle, which can make a jaw look wider, not slimmer. The scam radar and quick buyer's guard, because this niche is full of it. Be skeptical of anything promising fat loss from one area. Face slimming tools, lymphatic face rollers marketed for fat, waist trainers, arm wraps, thigh creams. The claim itself, targeted fat loss, is the tell that it's marketing, not science. Save your money. So, the honest bottom line: 4 points. 1. Spot reduction isn't real. You can't burn fat off your face, belly, or arms on demand. Decades of studies agree. 2. A lot of face fat is water, salt, alcohol, and sleep, and that part can genuinely change in days. 3. The fat part only moves when your whole body fat comes down, in a pattern your genetics control. 4. Face gadgets and creams are selling you the myth. The real levers are a gentle deficit, less salt and booze, better sleep, and protecting muscle. If this reframed things for you, our video on where fat actually goes when you lose it will genuinely surprise you. You basically breathe it out. We read the studies so you don't get sold the gadget.